Two bombshells just shook Pittsburgh in a way nobody saw coming. First, Terry Bradshaw, yes, the biggest legend in Steelers history, picked the rival Ravens as his AFC favorites, saying the Steelers just aren't ready yet. And just as fans were still processing that, a blockbuster NFL trade made Aaron Rodgers' most anticipated game of the season even tougher. These latest updates hit hard and raised the stakes for 2025 big time. If you're a true fan, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single update. Let's get into it. Terry Bradshaw just dropped a hot take that'll ruffle some feathers in Pittsburgh. The Hall of Famer and Steelers icon isn't riding with the black and gold to come out of the AFC this season. Instead, he's backing the Baltimore Ravens to finally punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. On Newsweek's YouTube channel, Bradshaw laid it out. Forget the Chiefs, forget Cincinnati, and sorry to his beloved Steelers. This is the year Baltimore breaks through. It's not going to be the Chiefs, he said. I think Baltimore-Buffalo in the championship game. I think Baltimore's going to get over the hump this year. He made it clear he'll always root for Pittsburgh, but he's not sugarcoating it. I don't think they're ready yet. Bradshaw threw some shade at the Bengals' defense and admitted he's not all in on Kansas City this time around. As for Pittsburgh, he gave them a little love, pointing out that with Aaron Rodgers now under center, they could surprise some folks, but emphasized not to hold him to that bold Ravens pick. Now let's be real. The Ravens have had the tools to make a deep playoff run for years. Lamar Jackson's been in MVP form more than once, but they just haven't been able to put it all together in January. Still, they're heading into 2025 stacked on both sides of the ball and are rightfully being hyped as one of the top threats in the AFC. As for the Steelers, Mike Tomlin's squad is always in the mix, never below 500, always scrappy. But making noise in the playoffs? That's been a different story. They haven't truly felt like a Super Bowl caliber team since the late Big Ben days, and while this offseason was aggressive, with big pickups like Jalen Ramsey, Jonnu Smith, and Darius Slay, the AFC is an absolute gauntlet. Aaron Rodgers might be the most talented QB the Steelers have had since Roethlisberger, but let's not kid ourselves. At this stage in his career, he's not on the same level as Lamar, Mahomes, Josh Allen, or Burrow. Pittsburgh has improved, no doubt, and they could definitely end their ugly playoff losing streak, but making it all the way to the big dance? That's still a long shot. Bradshaw might have delivered a tough pill to swallow for Steelers Nation, but hey, sometimes the truth hurts, and sometimes the rival you hate the most is the one that's just built different. And if that wasn't controversial enough, breaking news just turned the most anticipated game of the season completely upside down. Aaron Rodgers has a shot at joining some truly elite NFL company this season. But thanks to a blockbuster trade, that road just got a whole lot bumpier. Rodgers, now rocking the black and gold in Pittsburgh, was already staring down a massive storyline in 2025. The chance to become just the fifth quarterback ever to beat all 32 NFL teams. The list? Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, and Brett Favre. And guess who Rodgers needs to knock off to complete the set? None other than his old squad, the Green Bay Packers. That moment was supposed to go down in Week 8 under the Sunday Night Lights. Steelers versus Packers. Rodgers finally facing the franchise he carried for nearly 2 decades. But now, that dream matchup just got way more complicated. Enter Micah Parsons. In a stunner of a move, the Dallas Cowboys traded their defensive megastar to the Packers, instantly making Green Bay's defense one of the nastiest units in the league. Parsons isn't just a great player, he's a one-man wrecking crew. Offenses have to build entire game plans around avoiding him, and now Rodgers is going to have to deal with that headache on the same night he's trying to make history. The Steelers weren't even supposed to see Parsons this year, and now suddenly he's on the other side of a game that already had massive stakes. For Rodgers, this might be the only shot he gets to check off that final team. And now the Packers look like they're not just NFC contenders, but maybe the favorites, even ahead of the defending champion Eagles. Pittsburgh's offensive line is going to have its hands full. They're already stuck battling Myles Garrett and Trey Hendrickson twice a year in the AFC North. Now they get the Parsons experience thrown into the mix. And when your quarterback is 41, protecting him becomes priority number 1. Rodgers might be the best thing to happen to Pittsburgh's offense since the late prime of Big Ben, but let's be honest, the Steelers still lean on that trademark defense to keep them in games. If Rodgers is going to make this moment count and finally take down the Packers, Pittsburgh's D is going to have to play lights out, especially if the offense is fighting an uphill battle against one of the league's best pass rushers. Bradshaw said what many are thinking, and Rodgers now faces more than just father time. The roster's improved, but the path is brutal. If you love the Steelers and want every update, subscribe now.